So, hello, my YouTube friends. I I just I just wanted to do this because I'm just having this moment. I'm so I practice these principles that I say that I believe in as sure as I'm breathing oxygen, or so I think I am. Anyway, I I think I believe in and I trust in the goodness of God ultimately. However, there are times where I get very, very discouraged because there are things that I would like changed in my life. I would like some things about my experience to be different. And so I'm attempting to practice the principles of the quote unquote law of attraction. I am asking, supposedly it is given every time, and I am attempting to practice the art of allowing whatever it is that I am wanting to experience. I'm honestly quite all over the map on this thing because I mean, there are some schools of thought that would say that at some point we quit having any kind of desires for anything ever. But I would say that I don't know that life is ever particularly like that, where, I mean, even when you get hunger pains, you think, I probably need to go eat. So, as much as people want to say that they, have gotten rid of all desire, and the Buddha, this idea of enlightenment is the ending of suffering is to have no desire, no attachments to anything whatsoever, which seems like it. But anyway, so in my thought that it's sort of what life is about. It sort of seems that life is about our day-to-day choices for experiences. I'd like to eat this. I would prefer to have tea rather than coffee. What am I going to wear today? Am I going to take a shower? Am I not going to take a shower? It sort of seems like our days are filled with choices. So I have had a couple of things that have been lingering, kind of painfully lingering in my life that I would like to experience. And I've had some setbacks over the last 24 hours. And what is happening is I had this initial setback yesterday in my desire for something in particular, something tangible. And so I guess I'll just tell you all what it is. So I really want new flooring in the bottom level of the place I live. So I have been waiting on this for a couple of years now. Actually, not even just a couple of years. I've wanted to not have carpet in general since I moved in, but especially the bottom level of the place that I live. And so I've gone and I've gotten a quote, and I know how much it is, and I am attempting to find out how I can have this flooring that I desire to have in my place. And last night something had came up and it just seemed like another obstacle, and then I was like, I had this just feeling come over me. The only way I know how to describe it is this feeling of being withheld from. This feeling that the universe knows what I want and is somehow, I'm not worthy, I'm not, and so that seems really unlikely given the fact that I'm always, always, always espousing that, the divine, the universe is always loving and is always generous. And so then it would go to that I am not properly taking the steps to having this desired outcome, that I'm not vibrating in properly to have this thing come into my physicality. I've been actively at this for 2.5 years now. Like before, I mean, I think we all are all the time. We're just not aware of it. That we are attracting, we are creating our lives by our attention to things. By our attention to something, either positive or negative, we are creating our life by our attention to things. And so I have been actively attempting to do things differently in my life so that I would be able to not have 2.5 years of waiting for this floor that I would like to have. Okay, so part of the reason why I wanted to do this video was, as a scientist, I mean, I could also argue that if these principles are true, and I have been habitually, like if I have been at this for a while, then maybe these principles are not true, given the fact that they have not come into my physicality. I mean, there are different reasons for why they haven't come into my physicality. So it could be that God is mad at me and is withholding this from me. It could be that I'm not vibrating properly, so that's why it hasn't come into my physicality. It could be that these principles could be quickly debunked, and they're ridiculous, and that I need to abandon it altogether. Or there's some other factor that I haven't quite figured out. Like, I just don't even know. And then there's part of me that is just sort of in this camp, like, does it really matter? Like, does it really matter? Does anything actually really matter? Does it? Does it matter if I never am able to achieve the life that I am desiring? And I cannot even say how devastatingly sad it is to me to keep trying, and every day trying and espousing and doing and not doing. And so I have to consider that maybe I am on the wrong track, and I'm not really sure what track to go on. But it sort of seems like that's kind of in addition to, okay, so to believe in what is there. So people who espouse the law of attraction want us to believe in things that have not yet come to manifestation. But what if that is the insanity? Is to keep going after this carrot, this idea, and it's just out there, and it just feels like it's just out there, and I cannot seem to have that gap get smaller. And I do in smaller steps, and I'm just in a not really great place. And so I'm just putting it out there that there's this missing piece, or maybe there's just something that's just, I just don't even know. I just don't even know what to say, but I'm just so incredibly discouraged. And then it's like, why do I do any of this? Why do I do these YouTubes? Why do I Right. Why do I do my podcasting? Why am I doing this when it sort of seems like people don't really care? They don't. Like, am I really trying to change anyone? No. Am I trying to espouse an idea? Yes. That the market is completely saturated with. So I don't know, maybe I'll just take a hiatus from all of it because and just try to redefine what it is that I'm doing and why I'm doing it. But the small outcomes are the me being able to actually have in my proximity the things which I am desiring, which is a new floor. And it just feels like, because I was going to have it by Christmas and then I missed that. And then I put another deadline and I don't know what's going to happen. But anyway, just ideas. Anyway, love you guys. I might be back. Who knows?